You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Tuesday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby.
I wish we took the Thursday off. I wish we had done that. It still feels like a tease tomorrow, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously not the same as the people who are smart enough to chunk out a whole 5-day weekend. But, one day of not waking up at 4 a.m. sounds great.
I don't know, man. How am I supposed to celebrate my country properly tomorrow if I have to go to work the next day? That doesn't seem right, does it?
I have seen an abundance of takes of people saying that Canada Day should always be on a Friday or Saturday, regardless of the date, and it's strictly so people can get lit up.
I agree. I mean, I'd love to see the stats of how many Canadians are going to call in sick after Canada Day.
Oh, God, I'm sure that number is out of control. And it's so interesting because, it's coming. And there's also a weekend coming. In just a couple days after Canada Day, it is Friday.
Oh, I know.
You can go and do all that stuff. There's nothing that says that you have to get bombed for Canada
Oh,
Day.
I'm sorry. I love my country, Dalby.
Is that the argument we're going with?
I'll say this. If you're planning on calling in sick for Canada Day, you got to start pre-planning right now. You got to get a couple
honestly already may be too close to the finish line. You probably should have started this even as far back as the Friday before this past weekend of anybody feel like they're coming down with something? Set the seeds in place.
Maybe not even do it to yourself, but walk in and be like, oh man, my kid was just up last night puking. You know what I mean? You just start telling a tall tale as you go in this morning.
Dude, having kids is just the ultimate chess piece to being able to call in sick whenever you want. Because that's exactly it, right? Unless you've got coworkers that spend a lot of time around your kids for some reason, like you with mine, I can just walk in any day and be like, yeah, man, Marcus really started coughing the other day. I think something's going around the school or the camp or the sport team or whatever.
I mean, it makes sense between your kids and your country. There's so much love going around, right?
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Did you know that Canadians are responsible for nearly 24% of all Kraft mac and cheese sales globally?
Is it weird that feels low? It feels like we should be higher than that, but that's still a crazy number.
It's no surprise that Canadians love their Kraft Dinner. It's estimated that we consume around 90 million boxes across our country annually.
That's was that 3 times the national population?
It's around 1.7 million boxes every single week.
Oh my God.
Works out to around over 246,000 boxes a day, around 10,270 boxes an hour of Kraft Dinner.
That's wild. And you know what? I have to say, I for a rare time when we're talking about eating food, I'm not doing my part. I stopped eating box Kraft Dinner a few years ago when they came out with the Kraft Dinner Shake Your Cheese. Now I just buy bulk macaroni and make it myself with the powder.
You still got that dog in you, though.
It's still Kraft, but I'm not contributing to the numbers.
They say Canada is the largest consumer in the world of KD, eating actually even way more than Americans, eating roughly 55% more per capita than Americans, which is crazy when you think of how big cities and stuff are throughout the United States.
Honest to God, there are so many people down there, and I hate to say it, but you hear about the struggles for food scarcity and stuff like that. That's why Kraft Dinner is such a staple here in Canada, is because now with grocery prices, it's a couple bucks a box, 3, 4 or whatever. But there was a time where you could get a box of Kraft Dinner for 50 cents and that you're fed, brother. You're good.
I mean, anybody who went to college, you know the drill, or if you're broke in general, Kraft Dinner is the move. Throw a little hot dog in there, right?
Oh my God. Throwing wieners into a pot of Kraft Dinner was that was next level.
I do love my weird math with foods.
Yes.
The 90 million boxes equates to around 44.6 million pounds of Kraft Dinner that Canadians consume every single year.
Yo, you could make a 6 sledding hill if you put that all in one place.
Well, and just if you were curious, 44.6 million pounds of Kraft Dinner is equal to exactly 182,041 Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Bo Bichette made his return to Toronto last night as the Mets were at the Skydome, and before the game, he was asked how he thinks Jays fans will receive him as he walks out onto the field for the first time. This is what he said.
No, I don't know what to expect. I mean, I think that I gave it everything I had. So I just hope that's appreciated.
Kid's got tears in his eyes, and I will say Blue Jays fans gave him a very beautiful tribute.
Third baseman, number 19, Bo Bichette.
And there's a few boos in there.
There's a smattering. To the crowd, but for the most part, that's a big welcome home.
And going to give one more wave. And again, I think every fiber of his being is, can we just play baseball now? And Vladdy's saying, take your hat, take your helmet off. Not many can make Bo smile in moments like these, but Guerrero still has the knack.
A pretty cute little moment there between Vladdy and Bo. It is funny, though, like, athletes are the only ones that really have this, like, if you work in the trades,
right,
and you leave a company and go to another company and you see the old fellas on the job site.
Yeah, you end up working on the same contract. Like, they don't give you a standing O when you walk back through the doors.
Do you get to tip the hard hat to the rest of the fellas and stand there?
No, they'll throw rocks at you. Get out of here, you bum.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Canada Day is tomorrow, and it's crazy to think that someone listening right now is living their last day with all 10 fingers.
That is actually a wild way to say it, but you're right. Every year, people get their hands on their own fireworks. They think that they can do their own show, and inevitably, somebody does something stupid.
Dude, check this out. Stats Canada has info that says firework-related injuries on Canada Day account for 1/3 of firework-related injuries here in this country. I mean, I'm assuming the other ones being like maybe Labor Day,
around New Year's. Day. And then also, do not factor out that one dingus that lives down the street who just shoots them off because it's Tuesday at 7 p.m. any month of the year.
No surprise to anyone, over 77% of injuries are sustained by men.
That's honestly might be low. I would have figured 90 at least.
With about 23% of the injuries being to children around the ages of 10 to 14 are usually the frequent victim. They say over half of the injuries with kids are usually with their hands, mainly sparklers.
Right, because you'll see these videos on social media where parents will give a firework, like a Roman candle or a sparkler, to the kid who doesn't know any better. And then all of a sudden everything goes wrong and they're like, who could have seen this coming?
Oh, you're giving a 1,200-degree metal rod to a child? I mean, it is a life lesson at the same point.
Yeah, don't trust adults.
Sparklers are a life lesson. Fireworks are a life changer. You know?
Absolutely. You don't come out the same on the other end.
I'll say this. It is embarrassing if you lose your finger tomorrow, but think about it like this.
Oh, you've got a silver lining?
If you lose your finger setting off some fireworks, how many people in this country can show on one hand how much they love this country? Think about it like that.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Earlier on the show, we learned that Canadians consume 90 million boxes of Kraft Dinner every single year.
Which is an astounding number, but still honestly feels low for the average Canadian.
Friend of the show, Shelly, texted in and said, how many Canadians are putting ketchup on their Kraft Dinner? And I did some Googling here. It says 23% of Canadians admit to putting ketchup on their mac and cheese, which actually feels really low.
That feels really low. There are dozens of us. Thank you very much.
I wanted to figure out some math, though. I looked up how much ketchup do Canadians consume. It's about 58 million liters. And then I did some more digging here. Based on Canadian consumer data, Canadians pour roughly 621,000 liters of ketchup onto their Kraft Dinner every single year.
Hell yeah, as they should. It makes it taste better.
That means of those 90 million boxes, 20.7 million boxes get loaded with ketchup every single year.
And again, too low. The number is too low. 70 million unsauced boxes of Kraft Dinner? Get out of here.
I've never been a big ketchup guy, but I am about kind of churching up your Kraft Dinner a little bit.
That's the thing. I feel like when you're young, one of the first things you learn to cook as a Canadian kid is how to make a box of Kraft Dinner to feed yourself. And you just follow the instructions on the box. But as you get older and your palate develops, you find ways to church it up a little bit.
I mean, obviously the standard one is, cutting a few wieners in there and throwing it in. That's basic level stuff, right?
That's introductory.
But I also am like a big fan of just cutting up a little bit of bacon in there, maybe even like shredding up some shredded cheese and throwing it in there on top too.
When you realize that the cheese in your fridge, and not just the powder that came in the packet, can go into the Kraft Dinner to make it, even something as basic as, let me tell you this. Next time you got a little bit of Cheese Whiz in your fridge,
oh hell yes,
just take a big old spoonful and chuck it into the pot. And I know there's people out there like, oh, gross. Just it gives it a little bit more creamy feel to it.
For
Gives
sure.
it that extra cheese flavor. You'll thank me when you try it.
A little extra Cheese Whiz, extra milk on top of it too.
Absolutely. Maybe a little teaspoon of sour cream in there.
You know what the move is if you can get like that white mac and cheese.
Oh, yeah.
And like the standard classic mac and cheese.
Yeah.
And if you just combo them together.
Just dump it all into one pot, baby.
Oh my God. You put a little bacon, some mushrooms in there or something.
And again, it's so funny because it's such a basic pantry staple food item. Like it's just something you're supposed to be able to go to when you're like, I don't have a lot of money or I don't have a lot of time. But you start chefing it up over a pot of Kraft Dinner.
You're like a poor man's Gordon Ramsay.
You feel like Jamie friggin' Oliver in there. You're just like, yes, chef.
Yeah, if you don't do that with your Kraft Dinner or your Delicio pizzas, you grew up rich is what I'm assuming.
That's what it is. You don't know how to make cheap things taste like rich things.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
All right, Sterling, how do you make your Kraft Dinner a little fancy?
Well, the best thing to do is take a couple boxes of Kraft Dinner, and then you brown up some hamburger meat. You throw in a can of stewed tomatoes, a package of nacho seasoning, and then when you got that all mixed together, then you top it off with some crushed up tortillas and sour cream.
Oh, you're just making Taco KD.
Absolutely.
Oh, it is mind-blowingly delicious.
How has Taco Bell never had that on their menu before?
This was invented because years ago I broke my leg and my wife started cooking this, and we've gone back and forth for the last 7 years. Each of us keeps adding something new to it.
just always trying to chase that dragon to the first time.
Oh yeah, it's gone from not bad to wow, that was delicious.
Well, I know what I'm doing the next time I spark a lefty.
You totally need to do it, dude.
Oh my God, that sounds so good. There's actually a lot of people texting in about even just putting like taco seasoning in their KD. The other thing I'm seeing a lot is some people are just saying using the hot dog water instead of actually just boiling water.
Because, I mean, that's the thing. Is like when you add like the butter, the margarine, the milk, all that stuff, like what you're trying to do is emulsify that sauce. And if you get pasta water, the Italians know, man, a little pasta water turns a sauce into a sauce.
But if you're doing the hot dog water, it's environmentally friendly too. You're using less water too, if you think about it like that.
I don't know if that's a big thing, but you know what? Sure. I think if it works, it works.
There's no name on this, but we did get a voice memo here.
Good morning, Brock and Dalby. To answer your question, to make Kraft Dinner fancy, I turn it into lasagna. How, you ask?
What?
Well, Kraft Dinner layered in a casserole pan, followed by a layer of meat sauce, followed by a layer of cheese. You keep repeating these layers until your casserole dish is full. Bake it for, 20 minutes, half an hour until it's all warmed thoroughly. And man, is it ever delicious. You got to give it a try.
That sounds so good. I do want to say, screw John, who just texted in and said, you guys are all idiots for putting way too much effort into making Kraft Dinner. No, we're not idiots. Because you know what? Maybe you're just using leftovers. Maybe that's what it is.
That's the thing. I will say that there is a fine line, and I'm not calling anyone an idiot, but there's a fine line between you've put so much work into your Kraft Dinner, you might as well just be making actual mac and cheese at that point. But to what you said, like if you're just taking like, I have some leftover this, I have some leftover that, I have a couple things in the and using it to elevate
why not
that box of Kraft Dinner, you deserve to eat better, John. It's okay for you to enjoy your food.
Shame bell on John for texting in. We do got Bill on the line. Bill, all right. How do you make your Kraft Dinner fancy, my man?
So the way I make it is I forget the milk and I use I crack an egg in there while it's still hot, mix all up with the cheese powder.
Okay.
And then I'll add some smoked pulled pork, some leftover smoked pulled pork, and then top it off with some of the chili crisp oil. And it's just delectable.
Oh my God!
Damn, Bill,
that sounds so good.
It's life changing. It really is.
How'd you think about cracking an egg in Kraft Dinner?
Actually, my wife put me onto it when we had kids. She saw it on a TikTok video, and it makes it creamy, adds a little bit more nutrients to it, and I find it makes a lot better Kraft Dinner rather than the milk.
It's so easy to look at TikTok as this like evil thing that's been put onto this world, but sometimes it does good. Sometimes.
Oh, sometimes it can come through.
The Chinese government does make sure we eat right.
100%.
This is the Brock and Delby Podcast.
Ontario Education Minister Paul Calandra is urging parents not to pull their kids out of school for sports tournaments as the new attendance rules will take effect next year. Oh. You know, the ones where basically I think it's you can only have 2 unexcused absences or else you lose marks tied to attendance and participation, which is going to be a bigger thing next school year.
And I've looked into this and I don't get it. Like, as a parent, our schools encourage us to have our kids try to be more well-rounded, joining extracurricular clubs, taking part in sports, that sort of thing. Like, my daughter was in track and field this year, brought by her own teacher to the track meet to compete, missing a day of school. And now the government is telling me that would actually be a big no-no.
And I don't even think it's like school sports too. I think they're like talking about like hockey tournament kids, which was like one of the best feelings as a kid was having a little half day bragging about like, oh, we're going up to Kirkland Lake this weekend for a tournament. You know?
The thing is like, yeah, I get it. Like, you know, you don't want your kids missing half the school year because they're off playing tournaments, but some families take it seriously. Like, they don't let their kids play the sports unless their grades are up.
Well, I'll also say this. If you're a hockey parent and you're paying thousands of dollars for your kid to play, they're going to miss a little bit of school, you know?
Absolutely. This is just, it's government overreach at its finest.
Also, I feel like just mark them sick.
Right. Yeah, well, and that's what's going to start happening, right? If the punishment for them being excused for sports and that sort of thing is losing grades, then, oh my God, did you know half of the grade 8 class was sick today because there's a tournament in town?
Did you like watching Canada lose in the gold medal game to the United States? You don't let these kids take a day off school, Paul. That's what's going to happen again.
This is the Brock and Delby Podcast.
We're in the heat of a sweaty summer, and I have a question for you, Brock. How often do you change the pillowcase on the pillow you sleep on?
Like wash it?
Yeah, take it off, wash it, put on a fresh one.
I'd say probably, once a week.
Once a week. That's where I'm at, too. It's part of our, like, weekly laundry cycle.
Now, what gross stat are you going to tell me now?
Oh, your pillowcase is dirtier than a toilet seat. I don't know why that's always the comparison that science
always
has.
Toilet seats, isn't
Science loves to come back and tell your pillowcase, your cell phone, everything you love and interact with.
Your beard was another one.
Dirtier than the toilet seat. But apparently in this case, it can accumulate over the span of a week 17,000 more bacteria than a toilet seat because of your skin oils and hair flakes and sweat and all the other things.
Well, that's something nice to think about when your head hits the pillow when you go to bed tonight.
Yeah. As you're trying to fight the heat and get some sleep and shut eye and rest and recover for the next day, just remember that you're crawling in filth if it's been anything more than like 3 days.
I mean, it makes sense, though. I think about how sweaty and gross some people are when they go to bed if they don't shower, or just like when you're sleeping in general, the drool, everything.
I mean, this has got me thinking, like, I need more pillowcases. Like, I almost feel like you should be, if this is how bad it is, we should almost be changing pillowcases like we change socks. Like, don't go 2 days in a row.
But also, when did bacteria become something we were so scared of? Like, as a kid, we were always told, like, get dirty, you know? Like, get some bacteria in you. It's good for you kind of thing.
I do think, like, because that is a major problem with kids these days and immune systems and stuff like that, because they don't play outside enough, so they're not getting... But I do think that there's a difference between, like, go outside and play in the dirt and get a little dirty. It'll help your immune system versus go lay face down in a pile of bacteria.
I disagree. What's something everybody talks about? The kids aren't going outside enough, so the dirtier their beds are, maybe the more bacteria they'll get. That's the more healthy they'll get in the long run.
See, now I'm questioning your I wash my pillowcase once a week statement, because apparently, by the way, the average is once a month.
Oh.
That is what the scientists, like, they did the study on the bacteria, but also asked a subset of people how cleanly they are with theirs, and the average person is keeping the same pillowcase for a month straight.
Now, I'm going to assume this is majority guys. How many of these guys don't have women in their lives? that feels like a single guy thing. Like, don't get me wrong, before Courtney came along,
right,
it was a lot more sparingly when I washed my sheets and my pillowcase and whatnot.
I would also wager that they don't have a woman to help them make better decisions in their life, and also, it's the only pillowcase they've owned for a good decade.
Oh, yeah.
It's the lucky pillowcase. It's barely holding together.
Well,
it'll be fine.
I mean, even I can't say anything. I wash my pillowcase once a week. Brother, when I take that pillowcase off, you should see the pillow. The pillow is a whole nother story. That's probably as dirty as like 6 bathrooms.
Let this be the moment you were waiting for, the sign from the universe. Go buy a new pillow today. If you're listening to this and you've got that dirty old decade pillow, it's time to treat yourself to something new.
Get yourself a new pillow, toilet face.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Last week, you found that story that said that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce might be getting married at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
They might be shutting down city streets and taking over the world's most famous arena. And I was pretty negative about the whole thing. I have changed my tone. I am very excited for Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce to hurry up and get married so that my whole social media algorithm can stop talking about
Ever
them.
since we talked about it, that's all you're seeing now?
We had 2 loud conversations near our cell phones, and every app that I have now is like, hey, you are a big Taylor Swift guy all of a sudden. Let's talk about that. And I am pumped for them to get married and go on their honeymoon and then just shut up for a while. Just not exist in the public eye.
I mean, dude, Taylor Swift's never going to disappear. Just wait. What are we in July now? Wait like 2 months till football season start. You're going to see her every Sunday.
Well, the good news is that Travis Kelce is significantly declining at the sport of football. So he might not be around much longer, which would be great.
If you want Taylor Swift to disappear, what we need her to get canceled.
Oh, you need her to say something out of pocket.
Yeah, I mean, you should never pray on anybody's downfall, but like you almost hope that she cheats on Travis Kelce or something, or somehow gets Me Too.
You know what the thing is, though, is like there are some people who are just so big. Whatever you feel about cancer culture and all that other stuff, she is so big that if it came out that Taylor Swift had 7 consecutive affairs cheating on Travis Kelce, he would be the one to get in trouble.
I mean, it sounds like a pretty good album, doesn't it?
Don't you have that, though? Aren't there anybody that you're just like, oh my God, I'm so sick and tired of hearing about this person. If I never had to hear about them again, my life would be a better place.
I mean, I'm sure the answer that comes to everybody's mind right away is that orange fella down south there.
Yeah, honestly, if we didn't have to have him in the news every single day.
But besides, like, politician-wise, I mean, Jake Paul. I hate that guy. I'm sick of him trying to take over the boxing world and everything.
Honestly, even Logan Paul, his brother, for me as a wrestling fan, like he's a contracted WWE superstar now, and he's even pretty good at it. Still wouldn't hate it if he just didn't exist tomorrow.
I mean, there was a huge thing for me when the Epstein list got revealed. I was just hoping that every Kardashian would be on there so they could just die and disappear from the face of the earth.
I will say, it feels like we've really calmed down on the Kardashians. It used to be that you couldn't go anywhere without one of them trying to break the internet. But I think it's been long enough. I don't even know if I remember all of their names. Which feels like the world is healing.
Well, you know what the worst part is like in 5 or 6 years, I don't know how old their kids are, but we're all going to start hating their kids.
That's true.
That's what it's going to be, you know?
What an awkward thing to look forward to is being really mad at a 10-year-old for who their parents are.
There's a lot of parents that probably do that in sports for sure.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
All right, Dalby was saying he wants Taylor Swift to drop off the face of the earth. What do you think, Ashley?
Her and Travis Kelce at this point. Like, I've never been a Swiftie, and so the fact that, like, she keeps popping up everywhere, like, everything I know about this girl is against my will at this point.
You know, I will say, you're right, and because I said Taylor Swift as well. Travis Kelce is not getting enough hate in this whole process. Travis Kelce is just as guilty.
I agree. And now he's like popping up in movies and he thinks he's funny. And I'm like, oh my God, can we just be done with this?
You know what? I'll agree with that. Dude ain't funny.
No.
And I have to tell you, the other day you guys like brought up how like they were in the news about maybe getting married at Madison Square Garden. When you first started saying that, I was like, oh my God, are they about to say they broke up? And I was so excited.
Yeah, let's throw Kelsey's brother. What's the other? Jason Kelsey. Throw him in there too. Just two more guys with a podcast. Nobody needs to listen.
I didn't even know they had a podcast, but I'm not surprised. Everybody's got a podcast now.
Hey, Jason Kelsey, I'd like to have a beer with. Travis Kelsey, not so much.
Well, can you get one without the other? I don't know.
Jason Kelsey feels like a slightly less annoying Bert Kreischer at this point. I'm going to go ahead and say it. And Bert Kreischer can get it too.
Bert Kreischer could afford to disappear for a while, just for his own sanity.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's maybe true. Although I will say I am a fan of Bert, but yeah, he's kind of all over everything at this point too.
I feel like Bert Kreischer is kind of like the modern day Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer is one of those people that if we'd have been having this conversation 10 years ago, I would have answered. It would have been about Amy Schumer. It would have been about she needs to go away. But I feel like she kind of did. Like, I don't remember the last thing I saw Amy Schumer.
She dropped off pretty hard.
Yeah.
One that I'm surprised that you actually didn't bring up, Elon Musk, a lot of people texted in.
I didn't think I needed to bring it up. I feel like I'm very outspoken that, like, if we're sending people to Mars, Elon should be on the first rocket solo. Let him get out there and figure it out himself.
I do love the amount of parents that are texting in. Any celebrity that they could have drop off the face of the earth is that Miss Rachel lady.
Yo, I see the Miss Rachel, and for like, as a parent of kids that have gotten a little bit older, I see the Miss Rachel hate, and I'm like, you didn't live through the Blippi era, all right? Every generation of parents gets that one children's entertainer that we needed at the time to keep our kids from driving us crazy. And then as soon as our kids get old enough, it's into the bin, and I never want to see your stupid face again.
You know what? I never thought about it. My parents probably felt the same way about Raffi growing up.
Absolutely. 100%.
We got someone else on the line. What celebrity would you like to see just drop off the face of the earth, my man?
I can't stop hearing about Kid Rock when I'm online, and I'd like him to just go away.
Fully agree. I hear about Kid Rock more now in the year of our Lord 2026 than I did as a teenager who actually listened to Kid Rock.
I was a teenager when whatever that one song came out. The only song that he's known for.
Bang, diggy, diggy.
Yes.
And what really ruined it, I mean, his politics and his behavior and all that stuff aside, is someone pointed out that he looks like Dr. Phil going through a midlife crisis. And
oh my God, he does.
And now I can't take him seriously, even if I wanted to.
It's just crazy if you had to went back like 30 years ago and said someone that's going to be hanging out with the president is Kid Rock. Would have been on nobody's bingo card.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Canada Day is tomorrow, and for $100 in Lotto Max tickets today, we asked you to describe the perfect Canadian day.
Can we all agree that it starts with this version of the Canadian national anthem? This is the perfect start.
I don't know. That reminds me of being back in school, and not a lot of those days ever turned out to be perfect. I don't know about you, but
fair enough.
If you are not one of our Canadians describing the perfect day,
yes,
that does make you a judge here. So 762-555. Let us know who you agree with the most here. But want to just get into it?
Absolutely. Let's get some good Canadian days going.
All right. We will start with Bruce here.
Wake up after camping by the lake in Georgian Bay. Having a butter tart, listening to Stompin' Tom Connors, and then spending the day hiking before having a nice bonfire at the end of the day, smoking a big doob and having a cold beer.
All right.
I like, Canada's got a lot of nature to take in, but going on a hike sounds awful. I know that's just me, but that sounds like a terrible day.
Everything else besides the hike, though?
He had me at butter tart for breakfast, brother. It's just why I don't want to go for a hike.
All right, that's what Bruce said is the perfect Canadian day. Let's see what Nick has.
Perfect Canadian day. Start with the Timmies, then you go fishing. When you get off the lake, go home for some sex, have a poutine for lunch. Then you go watch a game at your local rink. Then you go out for some dinner. And more sex.
There it is.
Yeah. And then you go see the fireworks on Canada Day.
I mean, now this is the hypothetical perfect day. I don't know if Nick just lives the greatest life of all time.
Honestly, sex twice. Also, you went fishing and went down to the rink. I don't know what's going on that day.
The second coitus sounds dangerous after the poutine midday. I'm not going to lie.
Good call. Yeah, you're going to have a heart attack.
I'm not going to lie. I like your day, though.
Yeah,
I think it is pretty wicked. All right, we'll do a couple more here. These are pretty long. We got Landon.
Mid-August, wake up at the cottage, breakfast on the Blackstone, go for a dip, go for a fish, crush pints all afternoon.
Hell yeah.
Dinner on the Blackstone, fire, hammered.
It's almost like Landon's working for Blackstone.
I was going to say, this feels a little advertising.
He's cooking dinner on the Blackstone and he's getting blacked out. That's the whole plan there. Okay, I love it, Landon. And you know what? Our favorite person in the world, Lynn, did leave a voice memo. So let's see what Lynn thinks is the perfect Canadian day.
Good morning, it's Lynn. It's got to be beer, barbecue, and maybe a little toot by the pool.
Her and Nick must be hanging out.
You know what I like about Lynn? Is Lynn doesn't add a bunch of words that don't need to be in there. I don't need all this flowery imagery. She said exactly what most of you said in about 7 words.
All right, 762-555. Are we thinking Nick, Bruce, Landon, or the lovely Lynn?
I'm going to say, just for my own vote, and I'm not swaying or picking or nothing like that, I think despite the fact that it was clearly paid for by the Blackstone people, that one was my favorite. That was the one that I liked the most.
A lot of people liking Landon. Oh, a lot of people saying Bruce with the butter tarts. Like the hiking community is speaking here.
I have said it. I am willing to be wrong about the idea of the hike ruining the perfect day.
But then wait, dare I say it, the Lynn texts are coming in now.
Sometimes the perfect Canadian day is short, sweet, and to the point, and Lynn always delivers.
Ding, and the round of applause for our lovely, beautiful friend Lynn for her perfect Canadian day.
Morning, it's Lynn. It's got to be beer, barbecue, and maybe a little toot by the pool.
toot by the pool.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
It's time to text 762-555. That's the number, baby. Ask a question to us. We'll read it on the radio. Just send a text and we'll answer you. Come send a text to me and my friend Dalby. Just send a text 762-555.
Is that the textiest hobo? Is that what that was?
Exactly. First one we got in here, and we need to address this as a nation. Someone said, if you put shredded cheese with fries and gravy, that's not a poutine, right?
No, it's not. I mean, it's delicious in a different way.
It is not poutine, though.
Poutine is fries, curds, gravy. That's it. It's a 3-ingredient piece of food.
If you are a business that calls that poutine, that's a federal offense.
Brother, there was a place, I don't know if you ever went to it, in Regina, there was a place that got outed for putting Kraft singles and calling it poutine. And if that's not the most sad struggle meal you've ever heard of in your life,
listen,
I don't know what it is.
I know we talked about how to church up Kraft Dinner this morning.
Yeah.
But you cannot disrespect poutine like that.
Absolutely not.
I feel like, just putting regular cheese on it, it's still edible, it's still good, like you said.
Well, that's cheese fries.
But it's like vegan food. You can't call it vegan chicken nuggets. It's not chicken nuggets. It'll never be chicken nuggets.
That's just it. If you got curds, it's poutine. If you just got shredded cheese on there, you've got cheese fries. And there's nothing wrong with that either. And if you have a Kraft single on there, straight to jail.
Someone said, you must explain how a smartphone works to a medieval peasant. How would you do it?
Don't. no explanation you're going to give a medieval peasant about the cell phone is not going to end with you being burned at the stake.
Magic. I don't know. That's the only way to say it.
You're a witch. There's no level of understanding, even for somebody who works in a factory or is a scientist or something like that. You cannot explain it in a way that a 1400s peasant would not immediately run to the town church and have you burned at the stake.
100% agree with you on that.
You just don't explain it.
Somebody said, if you had to move to the opposite side of the country tomorrow, would you choose the Atlantic coast or the Pacific coast?
I'm a Pacific coast guy.
It's so much more expensive, though.
I know it is. I'm assuming in this scenario that I'm wealthy enough to have my choice of coasts.
Allegedly, yeah.
Right? So I've got family on the Pacific coast. If it was just a visit, I would actually say Atlantic coast because I've never been. And maybe I'm missing out. Maybe it would change my entire world view.
I think the people are better on the East Coast more than the West Coast, too. Maybe I'm biased based off my family.
I mean,
but
if you think about it in terms of stereotypes, right? Like that friendly maritimer that's going to help out in no matter what versus sort of a snooty, snobby islander who lives out on the West Coast. You're not wrong in that situation. Good people in both, but the stereotypes lean east over west.
I mean, I guess less snow on the West Coast is one of the only perks.
That's a big factor. That's why my family is out there. After life in the Northwest Territories, they wanted to escape.
You gotta weigh it out. Snow, seafood, or weed, less snow. All right, we'll do a couple more here. Someone said you can only communicate through song lyrics. What artist is your voice?
Oh, I hate to say it. But for communication, you want as many options as possible. So you would want an artist, whether they're good or bad, who has a big catalog. I think you have to take the Beatles.
I was going to say take Neil Young.
Neil Young would be good too.
I mean, he's got a million albums that nobody's ever listened to, but he's got a plethora of words out there too.
Yeah, I think it's got to be bands that do really wordy songs that have been around for a long time.
Let me change this up, actually. If an artist was your voice, like you had a singer's voice, who would you want to have as your voice?
Leonard Cohen.
Leonard Cohen would be beautiful.
Sounds silky smooth.
Who would be the worst person to have? Bob Dylan?
Bob Dylan wouldn't be great. Did Gilbert Gottfried ever record a song?
I mean, the Gilbert Gottfried of rock and roll is probably Brian Johnson.
If I had to talk to you in like just an everyday conversation, but I had to use Brian Johnston's singing voice, yeah, I probably wouldn't get to talk to a lot of people anymore.
Hey, Dolby! Want to be a part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dolby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dolby podcast.